Yes, people. Why, may I tell you? YouTube, things bad. Yeah, man, bad. Because me can't understand how one set of Jamaican people can find it so easy to suppress another set of people like themselves, It's almost as if you reach a stage in your life where because you get a little position, you don't really care about the same people them who did go out there and vote for you. Make sure say you have a political seat and things. It's almost as if them people don't count anymore, At the same time, you have a next set of people who have a responsibility where they're supposed to provide instructions, information for help guide the public. And all them interested in doing is to just pulverize people with a bag of crap that represent their own personal interests or them political interests. So the interest of the people is insignificant. It's not important anymore. And I'm saying this against the background of the Road Traffic Act thing. I watch an interview with the Diane Jackson Miller over the weekend. And she have Horace Chang, the Minister of Insecurity. And she have the Minister of Misinformation and Miscommunication. You remember theme name. Right? And the man them is almost as if them come from a different planet, Because them are try to justify the imposition of this draconian measure. Don't misunderstand me, don't get me wrong. I believe that there is more than enough need for some repeal and reconditioning of the Road Traffic Act. But my thinking is that when you take that kind of that law and you recondition it, it's supposed to produce better results. It's supposed to make people who are users of the road feel safer, with very, very few exceptions. Most of what has been promulgated into law in terms of the Road Traffic Act is not designed to do a goddamn thing more than to ensure that the government coffers is able to benefit from these imposition of these draconian fines. And in fact, I believe, and listening to the two poser, because the two of them have more pose than a domino factory. Chang basically has occupied a seat where as Minister of Insecurity. I don't know how unless him have some secret for the Prime Minister, because he ain't doing jack shit for doing that the kind of job, right? In fact, every time you hear any kind of security announcement, the other day the Prime Minister come America here, about him over talk to the FBI and the US government. That a work where Chang supposed to do what? Chang can't travel? Is it that Chang now no passport that him can come out of the country and can come America here come deal with the country's national security problem? Instead him down a yard there attack some bull crap. The man hear the man argument that the Road Traffic Act is all they are now doing is implementing a law that came into being from 2009. There must have been reasons. I mean, I bat for the PNP neither, but there must have been very good reasons why at the time the PNP who them law they did pass under for them heading. In fact, on 2009, I think 2012, right? And them never implement some of the aspects of the Road Traffic Act at the time because it was just not possible. When you tell people, say, that passengers in a taxi cab, especially children, must have a booster seat. A booster seat, I not chop and save for one, I not chop and save for a booster seat. And people in Jamaica who earn minimum wage, and that is a good percentage, about 50% of the population now earn more than $10,000 a week, right? And them have to take bus or the old criminal taxi man them on the road them operate. That are them mode of transportation. And you going to tell them say them need to buy a booster seat. And so the old criminal taxi man them know what them do. Them just decide that them not carry no picnic. Me old enough to remember the days of JOS bus. And when Siaga did come in a power, right? In a 1980. In a quick clock, him terminate JOS bus, right? And what you have now is a bunch of criminal, hoodlums, about them operate robot minibus and all them kind of thing. And what them used to do is left the little school picnic them a road. We are talking about in the 1980s, early 1980s. And to watch, where are we? 40 years later, and we are at the same goddamn place. And we have politicians, people who other people vote for them, for occupy this position, for look out for them interests, and they're trying to justify this kind of fool crap, right? The Minister of Misinformation is there telling people, telling Dean Jackson Miller that, you know, all they're doing is giving the law the opportunity for it to work. You know, Dean Jackson Miller, may I listen to her for a long time, and when me hear she turn to the two of them and said, let me ask you a question. Which country you want to live? Which country you want to live in? Because clearly, you don't have a clue as to how ordinary Jamaica people operate. And it's clear. You know, I hear people talk about it, that this current administration don't really care about poor people. Them don't even care about people generally, Jamaicans in general. The only people who seem to think otherwise are the Labour right them who believe that the JLP can't do nothing wrong. I mean, I don't know where them are the right, you know? I don't know. And don't misunderstand me, because I'm not bad for none of them. Because the same way PNP did up there, the kind of effort, me I lick out them bulbs, same way, right? We need to get to the point where people are important. Because until we can come to terms with that, there's no way we're going to fix anything. And a whole heap of things in Jamaica are wrong. But as long as we refuse to come to terms with that, Chang sit down in the woman's studio, the people them radio and TV studio, and he might tell Dean Jackson Miller, say that all they are doing is implementing a law that should have been implemented a long time. I mean, I say then, if people can't even find enough money to buy a loaf of bread, where the backside would they have been able to find the money? Because no chop and sip for a car seat, right? And then you turn around and you are literally looking for an opportunity, because this Road Traffic Act now have nothing to do with no making roads safer. You know. This Road Traffic Act is a way where the government know them can ream a whole pile of money, right? This is for them tax station. Whether you like it or not, don't yard the party. Taxes on down the backside this. This is a way, because police will find all kind of way to say you broke this kind of road law, you drive too slow, you're in the wrong lane, you never indicate, and worse, them are going to find a way to fill line for them pocket. Is either you know, left or right, right? Left or right. Because of that, go on the yard, you know. So the government has simply raised the penalties, the fines, so that when the police take for them on, them still will get a fair amount of largesse. Think about it. Because this is a Road Traffic Act. I see where them back off of the car seat thing. But it also begs the question. The people them who write them law, I see all some big neck man where claim say them the National Road Safety Council from the place was a bicycle track where I think them man they occupy them office there. Nobody else, no new people no go there, no young people. Nobody will understand how the ordinary young Jamaican between the ages of 15 and 30 and 40-year-old think. As some man where all are me, and me all. Them man they write them kind of legislation. Them man they will write them legislation and never take a taxi in them life. Never take a minibus in them life. Never have to use the road as a commuter outside or drive them car or them have them chauffeur driven or whatever. And a them man they I make rules for the average Jamaican. Anything can go so? Think about it and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Serious. You know? Because unless me I miss something. If you like the video, hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, let me ask if you subscribe. But even more important, what I like to hear what you think about what me think. And write where you think about what me think in the comment section. You know? Make we carry this conversation. Right? Yeah, man. And me say, man. Mr. B, man. Only Mr. B, man. I don't really think, you know, because I don't make nobody none. So me can talk my talk. But let me hear what you say. Right? Subscribe. Hit the like button. And share. Respect.